And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Griffith Gymnasium. Another big boys basketball contest between the Los Alamos High School Hilltoppers and the visiting Espanola Valley Sundevils. It's wonderful to see everyone tonight, or at least talk to everybody tonight. This is Mike Mays. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel, and we are glad to bring you this contest tonight on Saturday night, chilly Saturday night. But if things are going to heat up here in Griffith Gymnasium really quick, the Hilltoppers taking on the Espanola Valley Sundevils. Toppers are currently in third place in the District 2-4A standings in boys basketball, but can take a big leap tonight and get right back in the thick of things. But they will have to knock off the Sundevils. The Sundevils currently lead the district with a record of 5 wins and 1 loss in 2-4A play. The Sundevils overall are 11-13. The Toppers, meanwhile, are 8-14. But like I said, they can get right back in the thick of things with a victory tonight. And pretty good crowd here tonight for a Saturday as the Toppers and the Sundevils, longtime rivals, meet up once again. So currently standings in District 2-4A, Espanola Valley, followed by the Taos Tigers. They are 4-1 in district. Los Alamos and then Moriarty in Pewaukee Valley. Pewaukee is really struggling this year. Actually, they were doing okay up until the district season started, and they've just not gotten on track in district. So the Toppers need a win tonight. The Toppers lost the first district meeting between these two teams. That was back on the 1st of February. The Sundevils prevailed in the Valley 54-45. But you can hear a lot going on. We got a little bit of the Topper band showing up as well. So a big contest tonight. And we are just about to have the national anthem here in Griffith Gymnasium. We're going to be back in just a couple of minutes, and we're going to bring you this boys basketball game. These two rivals squaring off once more. We'll be right back.
Archuleta.
And welcome back to Griffith Gymnasium. We're just about ready to get this boys basketball contest underway between the Hilltoppers and the Espanola Valley Sundevils. Introducing the teams right now. Starting for the Espanola Valley Sundevils tonight, they are going to start Miguel Orozco. He's a 5'7" sophomore. And they will also start Jaden Duran, a 6' senior. Irvin Primero will get the start tonight. He is a 6'2" sophomore, as well as Matthew Lovato. He is a 6'2" junior, and Kevin Cuffin, a 6'2" senior. For the Toppers starting tonight, they're going to start Nico Garcia, Luke Archuleta, Lan Frazier, Josiah Fresquez, and who did I miss? Oh, and Ethan Mondragon. Sorry about that. Couldn't figure out who that last person was. Sun Devils win the tip, and they bring the ball down the court, but lose it. The Toppers dressed in all whites tonight with the green trim. They're going from right to left to start this first half. The Sun Devils in red with gold trim, and they'll be moving from left to right, and long three-pointer right off the bat. Josiah Fresquez, and Fresquez right there to steal the inbound pass and dump it off to Archuleta. Archuleta knocks in the layup. 5-0 quick start for the Toppers. 7 minutes, just a minute into this first quarter. Toppers up 5-0. Sun Devils back the other way, trying to move the ball around. Cuffin goes up strong, but he is off. He goes against Luke Archuleta, but we're going to have a bump on the rebound, and I think that's going to go to Luke Archuleta. It is. That'll be his first. The first team foul, but 5-0 quick start, a quick three, and then a steal by Josiah Fresquez. Luke Archuleta cashes in the layup. Sun Devils with the ball down in the low block and take it back up to the perimeter. Miguel Orozco with the ball and hands it off. And then a bank by Jaden Duran from the right side, high off the glass, and he puts the Sun Devils on the board 5-2. Just underway here in this first quarter. Fresquez with the ball, gets the pick from Archuleta on the top. Fresquez to the hole, but his layup is short. Rebound comes to Los Alamos. Nico Garcia looking to load up for three. Now back to Fresquez for three. He is off. Rebound to the Sun Devils. Baseball pass down to Cuffin, and Cuffin with a nice finish on the other end. Very, very good fast break execution there by the Sun Devils. 5-4 ball game, 5:45 left in this first quarter, just underway here at Griffith Gymnasium. Toppers with the ball moving right to left. Ball knocked away from Nico Garcia. Sun Devils pick it up. Headed back toward their basket. Wild shot by Orozco is off. Rebound to Archuleta. Toppers coming back the other way. 5:20 remaining in the first quarter. Fresquez, left-hander. Tried to dump it off to Frazier in the corner. That is knocked away by the Sun Devils. Out of bounds. That's going to stay with the Toppers. Toppers up by a point, 5-4. Garcia on the baseline, throws it in all the way to the top to Frazier. Frazier gets it back to Ethan Mondragon. And looks like some Toppers going to try to set up a play. A lot of motion up top. And Fresquez, short pass into Archuleta. Now back out to Garcia. Garcia off balance three-pointer. That is off. Rebound goes to Irvin Primero. Sun Devils coming back, moving left to right. Primero with the ball, gives it up to Orozco. Orozco near the timeline. guarded by Ethan Mondragon. Toppers right now in a man-to-man defense. Three-pointer by the Sun Devils is off. That was Jaden Duran. Archuleta with the rebound. Toppers up by a point, 4.5 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. And then Fresquez with the drive, and we're going to get a reach in. And that's going to go to Orozco. That's his first. That is the first team foul on the Sun Devils. Toppers up 5-4 early here after two quick buckets right off the bat. But we're gonna have a foul that's gonna send Fresquez to the line. I thought that might be on the floor, but they're gonna call that a shooting foul. But Fresquez at the line, multicolored shoes he's wearing tonight, and he drops in the first free throw.
Stepping in for Los Alamos, number 24.
So Ben McBride checking into the ball game here early. Tallest player on the court, but he is not under the basket. Fresquez gets the ball. He will attempt his second free throw here. Toppers up by 2. Toppers up by 3 after Fresquez rattles it in. 7-4 ball game. Bad pass. Toppers pick it up. And Garcia picked it up. He puts out a long three-pointer. That is off. Bounced off the back iron, then hit the front iron. Sun Devils with the rebound. We are just about halfway through this first quarter. Quick moving first quarter here. As the Sun Devils bounce it into Pimedo. Pimedo with a nice move, but off the glass too hard and trying to get the rebound. He ends up in the fourth row over on the sideline. Ball goes to Los Alamos. 3:50 remaining in this first quarter. Toppers up by 3, 7-4. Fresquez with the ball near the timeline, almost in the corner there, waiting for a pick from McBride. He does get it and puts on the Jets, puts up the layup, but that is off. Rebound goes to Espanola Valley. Jaden Duran coming down with the ball. Gives it up to Kevin Coffeen. Sun Devils working it around the perimeter, trying to find it in. McBride steals it. Coming back the other way is Fresquez. And Fresquez tried to make a move, and the ball knocked away from him. Meanwhile, Duran on the other side, he's going to get fouled. That's going to go to Ethan Mondragon. That is his first foul, second for the Toppers in this first quarter. 3:14 remaining. Quickly, Sun Devils off the inbound. Three-pointer is off. McBride with the rebound. Nobody even challenging him. McBride, the tallest player on the court by a good 4 or 5 inches. 2:55 remaining. Toppers up by 3. 7-4 ball game. Toppers moving right to left. Fresquez with the ball near the top of the key, trying to find a pick. Then going around the left side. He's going to get fouled before he can dish the ball off to Ben McBride. So that's going to go against the Sun Devils. That will be against Jarek Duda, who just checked into the ball game. Duda had a big game for the Sun Devils in that victory earlier this month over the Toppers at Edward Medina Gymnasium. 2:30 remaining. Mondragon with the ball. Gets it over to Garcia on the left side. Garcia gets away with a little bit of a push off, and we're going to get a foul under the basket as Garcia bowls his way in, and that foul going to get called on Jarek Duda. That's his second. 2 quick fouls on Duda. So Garcia going to go to the foul line. Garcia's first shot is off the front of the iron. Good crowd tonight for a big contest. Garcia's second shot is good. 8-4 ball game. Toppers up by 4. Sun Devils quickly back at the ball into the corner. Then making a move is Duda, and Duda with a nice runner comes back from the left corner into the lane. Now quick Baseball pass down to Frazier, and Frazier heads straight toward the basket on the baseline. He makes his layup and is fouled. 10-6 ball game. Lan Frazier does some of his best work on the baseline. He hits the point after, and Toppers up 11-6 here early. 2:05 remaining in this first quarter. Sun Devils with the ball. Knocked away momentarily to Duda. Duda on the left side is off. Fight for the rebound, won by Josiah Fresquez. Fresquez on the other side, going to the rack, and cannot get the roll. Sun Devils coming back quickly the other way. And a three-pointer by Duda is off. Primero gets the rebound, but I think they're going to say the Duda's three-pointer on coming off the iron hit the support wire. And that is out of bounds. That'll go to Los Alamos. Minute and a half remaining here in this first quarter. Very fast-moving first quarter. 11-6 ball game in favor of the Toppers. Fresquez working against Miguel Orozco. Lots of pushing and shoving, and Fresquez put up a blind layup, and it gets it to fall off the window. Ball on the ground now, picked up by the Sun Devils. Sun Devils with numbers on the other end, but good move by Ben McBride to cut things off. Cut off Duda. Duda had to take the ball back inside, or outside rather. Now Duda with a long three-pointer, and he nails it. 13-9. Duda, like I said, in that first game had a huge showing and was one of the big differences in that ball game that the Sun Devils won by 9 points. Under a minute remaining now. Toppers with the ball. Mondo going in the left corner. Going to take it back out, working against Jaden Dudan. Trying to get a pick, and Dudan knocks the ball away. It does end up going to Nico Garcia momentarily. Now the Sun Devils pick it up. Sun Devils are running, and they're going to get they're going to get a blocking foul here against Ethan Mondragon. Actually looked like pretty good defense. Kind of a touchy foul there. 22 seconds remaining in this first quarter. That was the Toppers' third foul. That was Mondragon's second, by the way. 20 seconds remaining. Primero had the ball near the free throw line, gives it up. Now Duda again at the top of the key, drills it. Cuts the Topper lead to 1. Short time left. Fresquez puts up a desperation fall-away three. That is off, and that is the first quarter. Toppers up by a point, 13-12. But a couple of big shots there by Jarek Duda late after a fast start to this contest by the Toppers. So they lead by 1 after 1 quarter of play, 13-12. Toppers, like I said, currently sitting in third place in the district standings. They're looking to, if they can win this one, they will be a half game behind Espanola Valley with not a whole lot to play for the Toppers tonight. They just have 2 more games remaining on the district schedule. The Sun Devils also, likewise, actually, after tonight, Sun Devils only have 1 more game remaining. As I can't believe we're already here getting close to the end of the regular basketball season. That just blows my mind how fast the time goes. Getting ready to start the second quarter here. Sun Devils will inbound the ball. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. And we're, as always, delighted to bring you this contest. The Toppers and the Sun Devils, just blood rivals for many, many years, of course. Well, actually, it looks like the Toppers are going to inbound the ball. And I think that's correct. I don't think there was a jump ball in that first quarter, and the Sun Devils won the tip. I believe that is correct. So Toppers will inbound the ball to start this second quarter, leading by 1, moving from right to left. Prescott gets a pick from Luke Archuleta, puts up a jump shot that is off. On the rebound, the Sun Devils are going to step out of bounds. And so checking out of the ball game will be Primero. And checking in will be Kevin Coffeen off the bench. Toppers inbound the ball. Get it to Garcia. Garcia with the drive. Ball stripped away from him. Coming back the other way are the Sun Devils. Sun Devils get the ball to Duda. Duda. He flips the ball outside, trying to get the ball to Matthew Lovato. Lovato took an extra step, trying to step back beyond the three-point circle. 7:30 remaining. Toppers up by 1, 13-12 in this district contest after a very, very quick moving first quarter. And Nico Garcia with a 3 from the left side, and he nails it. 16-12, Toppers lead. Just underway here in the second quarter. Toppers with full court pressure, broken by the Sun Devils. Orozco with the ball. Nice duck under move on the left side, and he is able to put in his layup. 16-14. Under 7 minutes to play in this first half. Toppers moving right to left. Fresquez has everything going through him. And Archuleta, nice bullet pass from Fresquez to Archuleta. Archuleta's going to pick up the foul. And that is going to go to Matthew Lovato. That is his first team foul of this second quarter. Archuleta at the line. His first shot is off the front of the iron. Toppers lead by 2. Archuleta back at the line. And his second shot off the back of the iron. And we're going to have a foul on Land Frazier. Land Frazier hit, I think, Matthew Lovato on the rebound. Kind of grazed him across the side of the head. So that is the first for Frazier. 16-14 ball game in favor of Los Alamos. And the ball gets into Coffeen. Coffeen, very, very athletic young man. Loses the ball momentarily, picks it up. Going to get it back out to Orozco. The Sun Devils going to try to reset. Toppers in a 2-3 zone. And Duda from the left side is off. A rebound for the Toppers. And that is picked up by Dylan Baca, who just checked in the game. Quick shot by Los Alamos is off. Sun Devils coming out of the way. Had numbers momentarily, but ball pulled back by Miguel Orozco. Now back to Duda. Duda on the top of the key, taking on Frazier. Sun Devils, good motion underneath the basket, and we're going to get a blocking foul. I think that's going to go to Archuleta. As Coffeen is trying to make a move on the baseline, and that will go to Luke Archuleta. That is his second team foul of this second quarter. 5:41 remaining. Toppers up by 2, 16-14. And the throw-in goes to Jaden Dudan. Dudan hands the ball off to Orozco. Orozco with a nice left-handed move to the basket off the window. And that is good. And we have a tie ball game, I believe. I've not put the score up. Now it is up. 16-16 ball game, nearly picked off by the Sun Devils. Trying to force the ball into Nico Garcia, but we're going to get a foul. Matthew Lovato, after nearly stealing it, did bump into Nico Garcia. will be the second on Lovato. Second team foul for the Sundevils as Fresca is working on Orozco. Orozco, well, Fresquez is going to, I think, no, yeah, Fresquez elevates and he's going to get hit on the elbow. And that is going to go to Lovato, and that's going to be his third. So 2 quick fouls on Matthew Lovato. Fresquez at the line. His first shot is off. Toppers have looked a little shaky at the foul line this evening so far. As Lovato sits down. Fresquez back at the line. 16-16 ball game. Just a little over 5 minutes to play. He does make his second one. Toppers up by 1. Sun Devils coming roaring down the court. Ball knocked away momentarily, but picked up by Duda. Duda working on McBride. McBride at the top of the key. Looking for a pick. Duda makes a move now, hands the ball back over to Jaden Dudan. Most of the action coming at the perimeter for the Sun Devils right now. 4:35 remaining. Orozco looking for some running room. Finally moved the ball into Pimedo, and Pimedo's going to get hacked by Nico Garcia. So that will send Irvin Pimedo to the line. So he will shoot 2 shots. That was Nico's first, by the way. 4:27 remaining. And Pimedo's first shot is good. Sun Devils pretty solid free throw shooting team. Back in the line. It is Pimedo, and his second shot also good. That gives the Sun Devils the lead, 18-17. And I believe that is their first lead of this ball game, the 4:25 mark of this second quarter. Toppers, Fresquez, everything going through him so far tonight. Gets it over to Baca in the left corner. Back to Fresquez. Fresquez working on Miguel Orozco. Fresquez got a pick from Garcia, but could not do anything with it. Now gets a pick from McBride. Fresquez puts up a crazy shot, but McBride right there with the offensive rebound and tips it in for the bucket. 19-18 in favor of Los Alamos. Jaden Duran back at the other side. That's off. Kevin Coffin with the offensive rebound. Sun Devils will reset. 3:35 remaining here in the first half. And Pimedo going to go up against McBride, and it's going to draw the foul. That is a first foul on McBride. That is the 4th Topper foul of the quarter. One more will result in free throws for the remainder of the quarter for the Sun Devils. Pimedo's first free throw is off. Second free throw also off. Rebound goes to Nico Garcia. Toppers coming back the other way, lead by 1. 3.5 minutes remain in this first half. Garcia working against Jarek Duda now. 3-pointer. That's going to be off the back of the iron. Trying to be safe. Good hustle there by Dylan Baca. Tried to flip it over his head going out of bounds, but could not make it quite over his head. And possession goes to the Sun Devils. Sun Devils trail by 1. 3:10 remaining here in this first half of play. Orozco gets a pick from Pimedo near the top of the key. Can't do anything with it. Gets the ball to Kevin Coffin. Back to Jared Duda at the top of the key. So nice bounce pass inside and find Duda open. Bounce pass into Pimedo. Pimedo immediately gave it back to Jared Duda. That gave him just enough space to take that 3 and bury it. 21-19 in favor of the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. Toppers and the Sundevils here on this Saturday evening. Ball knocked away all the way down to Duda, and Duda cashes it in. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor after the fast break. 23-19 in favor of the Sundevils. Toppers want to talk it over.
30 seconds.
So a couple of quick buckets there by the Sundevils. And DJ Bustos, head coach of the Toppers, not crazy about what he's saying. So 30-second timeout. Sundevils lead by 4, getting in the late stages of the second quarter. So a lot to talk about in basketball, but one of the big things, big game the other night between the Topper girls. That was last night, actually, between the Topper girls and the Sundevil girls. That was down in the Valley. And we'll talk a little bit about that once we get to the break. 2.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Toppers trail by 4, 23-19. Ethan Mondragon walking the ball down. Now gets it over to Garcia on the left side. Garcia makes a move against Caffeine, but cannot come up with a layup. Rebound goes to Espanola Valley. Miguel Odasco working on Mondragon. Nice behind the back dribble. Under 2 minutes left here as the Sundevils driving. And that's going to get knocked away by Ben McBride. He got a piece of that from Orozco. Possession will stay with the Sundevils. They will throw it in from the baseline to Jaden Duran. Get the ball into Pimedo. Pimedo working on McBride. McBride momentarily blocks the shot, but goes right back to Pimedo. The Sundevils keep possession. 1:35 remaining in the quarter. The Sundevils lead by 4. Jaden Duran with the ball and being a bird dog by Ethan Mondragon on a switch. And the ball goes to Nathaniel Suazo checking into the ball game. 3-pointer is up and off the back of the iron, but the Sundevils come up with a rebound. Caffeine now working down the baseline. Sundevils, good ball movement, but again, McBride gets a piece of it as Orozco goes in for a layup attempt. Back-to-back blocks by McBride. Now, ball gets away from the Sundevils. Mondragon picks it up. Under a minute left here in this second quarter. Mondragon working against Nathaniel Suazo. Toppers will reset. Fresquez near the timeline. Bounces it over to Mondragon. Working against Suazo. Mondragon trying to make a move. Fresquez now gets the ball from the right side. Takes a step in and it hits a long 2. 23-21, under 20 seconds remaining. Fresquez knocks the ball away momentarily from the Sundevils. They do pick it up, though, under 10 seconds remaining. Ball gets over to Pimedo. And Sundevils, I'm not sure know how much time is left. Finally putting up a crazy follow-away shot is Jaden Duran. That is off. So the Sundevils will take a 2-point advantage into the locker room. They lead 23-21 here at Griffith Gymnasium as we reach the break. So the Sundevils coming up with 11 points in that quarter. Toppers managing just 8 points as they trail by a bucket, 23-21. So again, the Sundevils lead the District 2-4A standings coming into tonight, followed by the Taos Tigers. The Hilltoppers sit at 3-2 in third place. Moriarty and Milwaukee Valley kind of battling for the basement right now. That Moriarty Hasn't gotten a whole lot of traction in boys basketball since they joined this district. Little unusual to see the Milwaukee Valley Elks kind of in that position, though, but just have not gotten anything going during the district season. Big contest tonight between these two teams. And we're, of course, glad to bring you this contest. I want to thank our sponsors, the Los Alamos Police Department, the Los Alamos Fire Department, the University of New Mexico at Los Alamos, and the Los Alamos Public Schools Credit Union. Thank you very much for your support of Hilltopper basketball. So the Daily Post, of course, your online local newspaper, award-winning local newspaper, and happy to bring you these contests on the YouTube channel. So currently the in Class 4A rather, the number one team, the Highland Hornets. Highland very solid this year. They are followed by the Valley Vikings. The Hope Christian Huskies are ranked number 3, followed by the Albuquerque Academy Chargers and the St. Pius the Sartans. And Milwaukee Valley and Espanola Valley. Interestingly, Milwaukee Valley is still, despite being just 1-5 in the district, is the highest ranked team in the district currently at number 14, followed by the Sundevils. The Taos Tigers are at number 16. Toppers are at number 19, and the Moriarty Pintos at number 24. So a lot going on in this last few days of the regular district season. Can't believe we're already getting close to the end of the regular basketball season here in February. And meanwhile, the Topper girls had a game last night and in the Valley, and the Topper girls came away with a huge victory, 43-37 over the Sundevils that avenged a loss here at Griffith Gymnasium back on January the 30th. So the Toppers pick up that victory. Topper girls, by the way, have 3 more contests coming up. That'll be on Tuesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, and that'll close out their regular season. They will take on Moriarty and Taos, both at home, and then close the season at Milwaukee Valley. That'll be a week from tonight. So the Topper girls, but after that big win for them, they are currently in second place in the district standings. They are just trail the Elkettes by just half a game right now. The Sundevil girls, meanwhile, slipped to 4-3. They're in third place currently. So pretty tight race. The top 3 teams in district very evenly matched. The Elkettes 13-11 overall, the Toppers 13-10, and Espanola Valley 14-11. So big win last night for Los Alamos's girls over the Sundevil girls. That's going to make the last week for the Topper girls very interesting, and we'll keep you updated with what's going on there. But meanwhile, 5:15 before the teams come back out for the second half, the Toppers trail 23-21. Want to give a couple of quick shout outs. Of course, we want to give a shout out to Gary Hofbeck, Topper super fan. Thanks for listening in tonight, Gary. And quite the game, good crowd here tonight. I remember back in the day, though, especially when the Toppers were ranked in the top 2 or 3 along with the Sundevils, and this place was just absolutely packed. In fact, I remember one year, I think they sold, not only did they sell out, they actually sold too many tickets, and fans had to be turned away at the door. I am glad I was not monitoring the door that night. That would have been really, really rough. But anyway, we're going to be back shortly for this second half. The Toppers trail by 2, 23-21. You're listening to the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. And welcome back to Griffith Gymnasium. Getting set for the start of the second half here between the Hilltopper boys basketball team and the Espanola Valley Sundevils. Sundevils lead 23-21 going into this third quarter. Toppers got off to a quick start in this ballgame. 2 quick buckets, a three-pointer by Josiah Frescas, and then a steal by Frescas, and a quick layup by Luke Archuleta. Toppers went up 5-0 immediately. But Sun Devils did take their first lead about midway through the second half, or the second quarter rather, and currently lead by 2. Sun Devils will inbound the ball to start this third quarter. Toppers send their starting lineup to onto the court to start this third quarter. Sun Devils will move from right to left here in this second half of play. Toppers will go from left to right. Orozco trying to make a spin move on Ethan Mondragon. Nothing doing, but the ball gets over to Kevin Coffeen on the right side on the low block, and he puts it in for two. 25-21, just underway here in the third quarter. Nico Garcia, the ball gets over to Fresquez. Fresquez throws up a crazy three-pointer, but the long rebound goes to Lan Frazier. Toppers with a short jumper that is off, and the ball will go out of bounds to the Espanola Valley Sundevils. Sundevils up by 4 here early in this third quarter. Orozco gets some penetration, but has to pull back. Gets the ball over to Jaden Dudan. Dudan working around the perimeter, hands the ball back over to Orozco, now to Kevin Coffeen. So Sun Devils keeping the ball near the top of the key here. Trying to make a move. Toppers in a 2-3 zone defense. Long three-pointer, and that is good by Matthew Lovato. Lovato gives the Sun Devils their biggest lead of this ball game. 7 points early here in this third quarter. 28-21. Sun Devils lead by a touchdown. Fresquez gets a pick from Archuleta near the timeline. Gets the ball over to Garcia. Garcia with a teardrop, and he does get the roll on that. That 28-23. So for Nico Garcia, that is 6 points in this ball game. Sun Devils back the other way. Jaden Dudon, the three-pointer from the left corner is off, but Orozco with the rebound. Long rebound. He drives to the basket. Gets the ball over to Matthew Lovato. Lovato is fouled. And that foul going to go to Archuleta. That is his third. Archuleta picked up a couple of quick fouls in that first half and had to sit down most of the rest of the way. We're going to have a substitution. Archuleta going to go to the bench. Ben McBride will come in. McBride had a couple of good defensive series. Now we're going to have a foul away from the ball. And that's going to go into Sun Devils. That's going to go to Jaden Dudan. And that is his third.
First two foul.
Oh, excuse me. That is his first. That is the looking at the wrong two. Sorry. That is his first of this ball game. First team foul on the Sun Devils in this third quarter. 5:45 remaining as Nico Garcia launches a three. That is off. Battle for the rebound. Fresquez goes to the floor to get it, but rolled around on the floor and gets called for the travel. 5:38 remaining. Sun Devils up by 5, 28-23. Sun Devils moving right to left, coming back the other way. Orozco with the ball working against Ethan Mondragon. Good defense by Mondragon. Now Orozco goes up against McBride. Has to change his shot. That is off, but we're going to have a foul on the rebound. And that is going to go to Ethan Mondragon. And that is Mondragon's third.
Second team.
And they're calling that a shooting foul? How was that a shooting foul? I have no idea where that came from. Kevin Coffeen at the line, and Coffeen hits nothing but net. The problem there for Coffeen was it did not go through the hoop first. It just hit net. So kind of a 15-foot air ball. And second free throw is good for Kevin Coffeen, 29-23. 5:20 remaining here in this third quarter. Toppers with the ball, moving from left to right. Fresquez trying to set up the offense. And driving against Orozco. And Fresquez lost the ball going up in the air. Somehow came down with it and is able to put in a layup. 29-25. Fresquez with 12 points. A three-pointer by Jarek Duda in the left corner is off. That's going to go off one of the Sun Devils and out of bounds. Toppers will get the ball back under 5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. 29-25. Toppers trail the Sun Devils. Oh, and a little alley-oop from Fresquez to Ben McBride, and McBride able to tap it in for 2 points. 29-27. Shot by the Sun Devils is off. On the rebound, Dylan Baca is inadvertently run into by Urban Primero. And that is Primero's second foul. He's going to go to the bench. 29-27 in favor of the Sun Devils. Toppers with the ball. They'll inbound it on the sideline. Toppers with a chance to tie it or possibly take the lead. 4:25 remaining in this third quarter, rather. Mondragon with the ball near the timeline, trying to work against Jaden Duran. Now gets the ball over to Len Frazier near the free throw line. Mondragon with the ball, hands it off to Fresquez. Fresquez trying to make a move on Orozco, and I think we're going to get Orozco with a reaching foul here.
Foul charge to Miguel Orozco, his second, third.
And that'll be the second on Miguel Orozco. Toppers will inbound on the sideline, throw it into the backcourt. Mondragon. Waiting for him is Jaden Duran. Mondragon trying to make a move. Nice move on the left side. Did get a step, but couldn't do much with it. Now Frazier with the ball. Hands it over to Garcia. Garcia trying to make a move. Spin move into the lane, and he bangs one off the window and in. As we have a tie ball game, 29-29. 3:40 remaining. Then up right back, Matthew Lovato, long three-pointer immediately off the inbound. And now Fresquez with the take to the bucket. He is fouled.
Foul charge to Miguel Orozco, his third.
And that foul going to go to Orozco. That's going to be his third. That is his second. Fresquez at the line and rattles the first one in. And he gets ready for his second shot. 3:26 remaining. And Fresquez's second shot is up and good. And I believe it is 32-31. Those free throws were not recorded on the... Well, 32-30 is the score they have on the board right now. Sun Devils with the ball. And nice passing to Primero. He kicks the ball out to Lovato, and Lovato a three-pointer from long range on the right corner. 35-31 in favor of the Sun Devils. Toppers coming back the other way. Fresquez with the ball on the right side. The switch now, he goes up against Primero, and then Josiah Fresquez 4 feet beyond the arc. Nails it, 35-34. Turnover on the Toppers side, and he bangs it in from three-point range, does Fresquez. And we're going to have a reach in. I thought we had a timeout, but we got a reach in by Ethan Mondragon. That's his fourth personal here with 2:29 remaining. Toppers take a 37-35 lead after a couple of long three-pointers from Fresquez, including one he banged off the window in transition. Toppers with a 2-point lead, 2:25 remaining in this third quarter. Sun Devils with the ball, moving from right to left. Get the ball down to Pimento, working against McBride. Now back against Lovato. Lovato hits a three, and he is run into on his follow-through is just leveled. So the old-fashioned 4-point play coming up for Matthew Lovato from the left corner. Good looking shot and draws the foul. That makes it 38-37 in favor of the Sundevils. That foul going to Frazier. That is his second. And the old-fashioned 4-point play. No, he cannot complete it. Bounced off of the rim 2 or 3 times, but it would not fall. 38-37 Sun Devils. Toppers with the ball. 2 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Dylan Baca with the ball. Gets it over to Fresquez. Now, Josiah Fresquez, 15-footer is good. Gives the Toppers another lead, and then the Sun Devils throw the ball away. I think Duran was thinking that Lovato's going to streak down the opposite side of the floor. He did not. He stopped short, and the ball goes into the Sun Devil bench. 1:40 remaining. Toppers up by 1 in this third quarter. Now Fresquez working against Jarek Duda. Gives the ball up to Garcia. Garcia near the top of the key. His pistol Pete 3-pointer is good. Toppers go up by 4, 42-38. Minute 15 remaining. On the other end, long 2 by Suazo. So 2-point ball game. Toppers with the ball with 1 minute remaining in the quarter. Fresquez now. Fresquez, scoop shot is off. 2 on it. It looked to be, whoa, what a move there by Jaden Dudan. Dudan was leading the break. Toppers caught up to him and looked like he was going to have to abandon going to the basket. Made a late move, however, and went to the rack and gets fouled. Baca with the foul, and the 3-point play is good for Jaden Dudan. Sun Devils take a 1-point lead with under a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Nico Garcia with the ball. Gives it up to Fresquez. Fresquez, long 3-pointer that hits nothing. And quickly down on the other end, Caffeine on the fast break going for the layup. And that is off. 25 seconds remaining on the other end. Garcia makes a power move under the basket, and he draws contact. And that foul going to go to Caffeine with 27 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Toppers trail by 1. Nico Garcia at the line. And his first shot is up, and it is good. Tie ball game with 27 seconds left in the third quarter. Toppers do not have anybody rebounding underneath. Garcia's second shot is off. Lovato at the rebound. See what the Sun Devils want to do here with 20 seconds remaining. Duda with the ball. Between the circles. It looks like they're going to play for 1. 10 seconds now. Duda looking for an opening. Gets a pick from Caffeine. 4 seconds remaining. Finally, Dudan makes a move, and we're going to get a blocking foul with 1 second left. That's going to go to Dylan Baca, and I thought Baca had position there, and I think, not a whole lot of argument there by Los Alamos. I thought Baca had pretty good position, but instead draws the foul. And that'll send Dudan to the line. His first shot is up. His first shot is good. Sun Devils up by 1, and his second shot also good. 45-43, 1 second left. And Garcia throws it up. That's actually going to be after the buzzer. So 45-43. Toppers trail heading into the fourth quarter here of this big district contest. Toppers will be right back in the thick of things if they can win this one tonight. Right back in the district standing, potential for a district championship. The Sundevils, meanwhile, trying to preserve first place in the district standings. They currently have a half-game lead over the Taos Tigers, followed by Los Alamos at 3 wins and 2 losses in district play. Like I said, they will be heading into the last week of the regular season next week for Los Alamos. So big, a lot on the line here tonight for the Hilltoppers. After tonight, the Hilltoppers will go up to Taos. That will be that'll be a tough one up there. And then we'll close out the regular season here at home, taking on the Pewaukee Valley Elks. Start of the fourth quarter. Toppers will get the ball trailing by 2, 45-43. Nico Garcia with the ball, working against Jarek Duda. Gives it up to Josiah Fresca. Fresca's trying to go around the left side. Going to skip pass out to Dylan Baca. Baca gets it over to Lan Frazier, and then we got a wrestling match there underneath the basket, and ball going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it was off of Luke Archuleta. Archuleta was kind of tangled up with Miguel Orozco. 7:25 remaining. Toppers trail by 2, 45-43. Sundevils with the ball, working it around the perimeter. Suazo going to give the ball up to Jaden Dudan now. Orozco at the top of the key, back to Dudan. The Sundevils in no hurry here on this possession. 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. And working the ball now. Finally, Dudan gets 3-pointer. That is short. Rebound goes to Nico Garcia. His outlet pass nearly stolen, but Josiah Fresquez gets it and dishes it out to Lan Frazier in the corner. That is off. 6:40 remaining. Sundevils coming back the other way. 45-43 in favor of the Espanola Valley Sundevils. Sundevils won their first contest between these two teams by 9. Kevin Coffeen goes up. His layup is off, and we're going to have a jump ball. And the possession will remain with the Sundevils. 6.5 minutes remaining. Dylan Baca checks back into the ballgame for Los Alamos. Underneath the basket is Primero. Primero was open, but he missed his layup. He comes back with a rebound. Ball gets back to him, and now we're going to get called. Primero's going to get called for a charge. Put his shoulder right into Nico Garcia. Primero did not like the call, but that was the correct call. So Primero called with the charging foul. 45-43, 6:10 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Fresquez with the ball, walking it up the court. Gets the ball over to Nico Garcia. Garcia trying to make a move on Duda. And we're going to have a reach-in foul. And I think that's going to go. That is going to go against Duda. That is Duda's third. Duda again having a nice night for himself. He has 13 points on the game. And Lovato with 12 points for the Sundevils. So a couple of perimeter shooters having a good night for the Sundevils. Meanwhile, the Toppers send Garcia to the line. He's going to make both of them. We have a tie ball game, 45-45, under 6 minutes to play. Kevin Coffeen, his layup is short. Rebound goes to Luca Archuleta. Now Fresquez again walking the ball up the court, under 6 minutes to play. Jaden Dudon waiting for him near the timeline. Trying to get a screen way up, and now Fresquez throws the ball over to Baca. He ends up back in his hand somehow. Fresquez, his three-pointer is off. Sundevils with the rebound back the other way. Jarek Duda's three-pointer is off. Now Primero makes a move inside the lane. Luke Archuleta turns him away. And ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to go to Los Alamos. Joey Trujillo, head coach of the Sundevils, does not like the call. Toppers will inbound it on the sideline. 5:11 remaining. Nico Garcia with the ball off the inbound. He's trying to make a move on Duda. Duda, good defense to keep Garcia from pulling the trigger. Now ball knocked away once again, goes back to Baca. And finds I don't know how the ball got to Luke Archuleta. Archuleta with a reverse layup for two. Wow, just the ball was flying all over the place on the Toppers side of the court. Meanwhile, Miguel Orozco takes the ball to the rack, and he's going to get fouled. I think that's going to go to Josiah Fresquez. It is. So his layup is good, and he will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. Orozco's layup, by the way, tied the game at 47. And he has a chance to put the Sundevils up once again. His free throw is up, but that is off the back of the iron. Rebound to Dylan Baca. Baca's had a pretty good game coming off the bench. And we are going to have a timeout on the floor. I think that was called by DJ Bustos. 30-second timeout. Called out by Los Alamos. 47-47 ball game. We're near the midpoint of this fourth quarter. But like I said last night, the Hilltopper girls pulling off a big victory in the Valley, knocking off the Sundevil girls 43-37. That's going to make things really, really interesting heading into the last week of the regular season for the girls. Milwaukee, Los Alamos, and Espanola Valley battling for that number one seed in the upcoming district tournament. Toppers will inbound the ball. 4:38 remaining. A tie ball game. 47-47. Toppers moving from left to right. Josiah Fresquez is going to give the ball over to Lan Frazier. Frazier gets a pick from Garcia, but can't do anything with it. Ball goes back to Fresquez now. Nice cut by Archuleta, but good pickup there by Lovato. Great pointer by Nico Garcia off the top of the key. In traffic, but he puts it away. 50-47 in favor of Los Alamos. Big shot there by Garcia. On the other end, a ball knocked out of bounds by the Toppers. That was Baca. Baca played a lot tonight. He's actually, I think, played more tonight than just about any other game we've seen so far. Right at the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Toppers up by 3. Nice interior passing to Primero. Primero cannot finish. That was coming from Miguel Orozco. 3:50 remaining. The Toppers up by 3, 50-47. And Josiah Fresquez taking on Orozco. And we're going to have an offensive foul call on Josiah Fresquez. No, they're just going to say he stepped out of bounds. I wasn't sure about that call, but they're going to say he stepped on the sideline. And they were both right over there. Ball goes over to the Sundevils. Three-pointer is off. Nice Offensive rebound by Kevin Coffin. His shot misses, but his follow-up by Matthew Lovato is good at 50-49. 1 point ball game, 3:20 remaining. Josiah Fresquez guns the ball over to Baca. Baca's jumper is off. And ball is loose. Several people hit it. They're going to give the ball. It looks like they initially signaled the Sundevils. Let's see if they stay with that. Actually, they're going to talk it over. That could have gone off of any number of people. Actually, I think they've reversed the call. I think they're going to give it back to Los Alamos. Yes, they are. So the Toppers throw the ball into the backcourt to Mondragon. 3:05 remaining. Toppers up by 150-49. And we're going to get a foul on Orozco. That's going to be a blocking foul. Orozco arguing for a push off on Josiah Fresquez. He's not going to get it. 3 minutes remaining. Fresquez throws the ball again into the backcourt to Mondragon. See what the Toppers want to do here. Toppers don't appear to be in a lot of hurry. Oh, spot opens up for Fresquez. He takes the ball to the rack, but his layup is short. Going back the other way, Jarek Duda. And Duda puts it in on the fast break. The long pass, I think that was from Primero. And he gets his layup to go. I thought he was a little too far under the basket, but he made a nice mid-air adjustment. Got it to go, and then an immediate timeout by Joey Trujillo of the Espanola Valley Sundevils. The Sundevils go up by 51-50. Fourth quarter here at Griffith Gymnasium. Good crowd for this District 2 4A contest tonight. Sundevils looking to preserve their lead in the district. The Toppers would love to knock them off that perch. With 2:39 remaining, Toppers trail by 1. So the Sundevils will set up their defense. The ball will be with Los Alamos coming off of the timeout. And full court pressure by the Sundevils. Now they take it off after the ball gets to Fresquez. Now Mondragon with the ball. Still in the backcourt. Doesn't break the timeline. 2:25 remaining. Nico Garcia now with the ball for Los Alamos. Nearly lost it, but Fresquez is able to pick it up, and Fresquez goes in for a layup, and he is fouled. He's going to get fouled. I'm going to say there was contact to his head, and that is charged to Kevin Coffin. That is his second. Fourth team foul for the Sundevils in this quarter, by the way. That could be big. Fresquez at the free throw line. His first shot is off. This has not been a great free throw shooting night for Los Alamos. Fresquez will get his second shot now. Toppers trail by 1. His second shot is good. Tie ball game, and DJ Bustos wants to talk things over. And full timeout for Los Alamos. And while we have just a second, we want to thank our sponsors, as always, the Los Alamos Police Department and the Los Alamos Fire Department. Some fine men and women working as first responders here in Los Alamos County, and we are very, very appreciative of everything you do for us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Also, the University of New Mexico at Los Alamos and the Los Alamos Public Schools Credit Union. Thank you for your support of Hilltopper Sports on the Los Alamos Daily Post YouTube channel. So we're talking things over. We'll figure out what we're going to bring you to next week on the final week of the regular season for Hilltopper basketball. And again, I cannot believe we're already talking about that. The entire academic year just flown by. Great football season, and now we're right here at the tail end of basketball season. That's looking to be a very exciting end of the year for both the boys and the girls. 2:19 remaining, tie ball game. Sundevils will inbound it underneath their own basket. No pressure being put on by Los Alamos. Sundevils spend most of the contest working around the perimeter. Now Duda fires a three that is off, and we're going to have a jump ball tie up between Archuleta and Miguel Orozco. The possession arrow favors Los Alamos. Under 2 minutes remaining, tie ball game, 51-51. Josiah Fresquez, you figure he will get the ball in his hands quite a bit in this last couple of minutes of this ball game. Gives the ball up to Nico Garcia. Garcia steps back for three. That is way off. But rebound goes to Fresquez. Long rebound to Fresquez. Fresquez to the rack, and he finishes with the left hand. Big night for Josiah Fresquez. 25 points. Nearly half of the Toppers total, 53-51. Sun Devils with the ball, under a minute 20 left. Sun Devils still working it around the perimeter. Now nice move by Miguel Orozco, a duck under, and he scores 53 all. 60 seconds remaining. And we're going to have a timeout. DJ Bustos wants to set something up. Be interesting to see what DJ Bustos wants to do here with a minute left. The Toppers could theoretically play for one shot here. Worst case scenario, they would end up going into overtime. And boy, this place will be nuts come overtime. Or if he wants to get a quick bucket and play defense, but that would give the Sun Devils quite possibly the last possession of this regulation. 53-53 ball game. Toppers 3-2 in district. The Sun Devils 5-1. Sun Devils just have one more district contest remaining after tonight. Toppers have two remaining, including big contests against Taos and Milwaukee Valley. So Sun Devils with 4 timeouts remaining. Toppers are down to just one with 58.8 seconds left here at Griffith Gymnasium. Tie ball game. Toppers with the ball. They'll inbound it on the far sideline. Yeah, dangerous pass into the backcourt to Fresquez with Orozco all over him. And Orozco playing very aggressive defense. Toppers get a little bit of a three-man weave near the timeline for just a moment. 40 seconds left. Fresquez going to give the ball up to Nico Garcia. Now back to the perimeter. Looks like the Toppers might be playing for one here. I thought they might want to do that, but instead Fresquez goes to the rack and he is leveled by Kevin Coffeen. Not a dirty foul, but a hard foul by Coffeen, making sure that Fresquez was not going to be able to finish that layup. And Fresquez actually went into the pads on the back wall, underneath the basket. 24 seconds left, and Fresquez with 2 shots. His first one is off the back of the iron. 53-53. Puffin and Lovato down in the low block in case of a rebound. Second shot is good. Toppers up by 1, and DJ Bustos immediately calls his final timeout. 24.1 seconds remaining. Toppers 54. The Espanola Valley Sun Devils 53. Well, let's see what defense DJ Bustos wants to see here. Joey Trujillo, head coach of the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. He is a veteran here in northern New Mexico, had a lot of success at Pecos, and used to coach at Espanola or Milwaukee Valley as well. So he's been in this situation once or twice. Big possession here. See what if the Sun Devils want to get something quickly, or they're going to play for 1 and play for keeps here with 24 seconds remaining. Sun Devils have all the timeouts in the world. The Toppers have none. It'll be interesting to see how Trujillo wants to play this. Sun Devils will inbound it underneath their own basket. Just token pressure, looks like, from Los Alamos. And Orozco, nearly slipped, but did recover. Sun Devils on the Topper side of the court. 10 seconds remaining. And Duda with a 3. That is off. A battle for the rebound. That's won by Josiah Fresquez, and he is fouled with 3 seconds left. They got the shot they wanted. The Sun Devils did with Duda on the left side, but Duda could not convert. Been pretty solid so far in this ball game, but could not convert that one. Hit the back of the iron. And so with 3 seconds remaining, Josiah Fresquez going to go to the foul line. And the fouling out of the ball game is Miguel Orozco. Well, 3 seconds left. Interestingly, the Toppers elect not to have any rebounders. I don't understand that. And Fresquez's first shot is off. The Sun Devils will get no worse than a desperation attempt here. And we're going to have a timeout by the Sun Devils. They're going to talk things over. 54-53. So the Sun Devils will, if they can come up with a rebound, will get at least a chance for one quick shot. See how they want to play this. Well, the Toppers on the verge of knocking off the Sun Devils off of their perch in first place. And that is going to make, like I said, this last week of the regular season very, very interesting. Dylan Baca going to check in for the Toppers. So it'll be Baca, Garcia, Luke Archuleta, Land Frazier, and Josiah Fresquez on the floor. Fresquez has one more shot, and Baca is going to be underneath the basket. All the other Toppers on the far side of the court. Oh, Fresquez at the free throw line. His second shot is up, and that is off. And a rebound by Primero. And he immediately calls a timeout. We have 1.7 seconds left on the clock. See if they want to adjust that or not. He called the timeout pretty quickly. Did Primero after grabbing the rebound. I didn't think, yeah, it looks like they're going to put a little bit, they're going to put about a 0.3 of a second back on the clock. So the Sun Devils talking things over. We're going to have 2 seconds on the clock when we come back. And wow, so tension here. Sun Devils will get at least one more desperation shot. One more possession here, and late in this ball game, 54-53 in favor of the Toppers. Couple of big plays by Josiah Frescas here late. Here we go. 2 seconds left. The Toppers will put on some pressure as the Sun Devils will inbound the ball underneath the Topper basket. Topper drought of timeouts. The Sun Devils have 2 remaining if they need it. Ball goes to Pimento. He's going to throw the ball in. Oh, and we're going to have a foul on the floor. The ball, trying to get the ball to Jaden Dudon, and Luke Archuleta stuck his hand out, and we have a foul there. And let's see, that is actually still going to be on the floor. And the Sun Devils will take a timeout. 1.5 seconds remaining. So the Toppers were not in the bonus yet. So they did have a foul to give. That may not have been the worst thing they could have done. But Dudon gets fouled by Luke Archuleta. That is his 4th, by the way. That may be academic at this point. So should the Toppers hang on for the next 1.6 seconds, they will improve to 4-2 on the district season with 2 games remaining against Taos and against Milwaukee Valley. Sun Devil boys will slip to 5-2, and that will leave the door open for the Taos Tigers to potentially take over that number 1 spot. Taos, very solid team. And like I said, Moriarty and Milwaukee Valley kind of battling out for the district basement, that coveted number 4 seed in the district tournament. 1.6 seconds, throw in, and that's going to be tipped out of bounds. And the time will expire. That's going to be tipped out of bounds. And the Toppers will prevail over the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. Joey Trujillo is lobbying for extra time. He is not going to get it. And the Toppers prevail tonight, 54-53 over the leading team in the district, the Espanola Valley Sun Devils. Los Alamos hangs on. Josiah Fresca's gigantic game for the Hilltoppers. He ends up with 26 points on the night. So a gutsy effort by Los Alamos, but Josiah Fresca, what a contest he had this evening. 26 points, some big shots throughout this contest. Really kept the pressure on the Sun Devil defense throughout. and the Toppers prevail 54-53. Wow, what a contest tonight, and that is going to shake up the district standings considerably. Los Alamos will still have an outside shot to pull out a regular season district title. They'll need a lot of things to go right late here in this season. The big thing, though, they will need to knock off the Taos Tigers next week. Meanwhile, the Sundevils could have taken a big step tonight if they'd held on to earning that district title. Instead, the door wide open for Taos. And the Toppers, again, right in the thick of that conversation. So it's going to be an interesting final week of the season. But what a night for the Toppers. What a night for Josiah Fresquez. A couple of huge defensive plays as well in this contest by Ben McBride. Dylan Baca got a lot of playing time tonight as well, coming off the bench, and did a pretty solid job defensively for the Toppers. Nico Garcia with a couple of tough buckets tonight as well that ended up looming large in this end game. So Toppers win it 54-53 over the Espanola Valley Sundevils. And boy, things are clearing out quickly here at Griffith Gymnasium. But going to be interesting to see what the fallout for this game ends up being. But the Toppers with the big victory. So that'll do it from Griffith Gymnasium tonight, where the Toppers knock off the Espanola Valley Sundevils in a very solid contest. Both teams actually looked pretty good tonight, but Los Alamos behind their star Josiah Fresquez prevail 54-53. So for the Daily Post crew, Charlene McHale and John McHale, and everybody else that keeps us on the straight and narrow, we really do appreciate it. So this is Mike Mays, and Toppers are victorious tonight, and it's going to shape up to be a very interesting end of the regular season. Thank you for joining us. Good evening.